Can a 3-day challenge really teach you how to build a full AI clone of yourself and actually use it to grow your business? I just finished going through all the recordings, all the 20 hours from Anik Singal and Eugentic's My Clone Challenge. And in this video, I'm going to break down what they actually teach you on all those 3 days, what I honestly think about it, and whether the $5,000 AI Clone Accelerator is worth for you or not. So if you don't have 20 hours to sit through everything, this review will save you a lot of time. Quick intro so you know where I'm coming from. I'm Dana. I work full-time in IT, so I'm not scared of tech, and I do have technical skills. But I'm also thinking about the non-technical people. The whole time I'm watching this, I couldn't join live the full 3 days, so I went through all the recordings instead. And the base challenge gives you access to the replies for a week, which I think is great if you are working full-time like me. If not, if you want access to the recordings for live, there is a $37 option to get that access. It's up to you if you want to do that. And just to add, this video is not sponsored. I'm not on Anik's team. These are just my honest thoughts, what delivered, what it didn't, and who this is actually worth for. So let's go at high level what Make My Clone Challenge promised. In 3 days, they show you how to build your AI clone and how to actually use the clone in your business. They break the idea of a full clone into the parts, right? The brain, the image, the voice, the video. And across the 3 days, they'll go through the concepts, the tools, the live demos on how to build a clone. And then, very important, the strategies on how to use it to scale your clone for different area of your business. So let's go day by day. Day one. Over 6 hours, just the basic, and then there was the VIP session and then the additional session. So it's a lot. And it started with mindset, philosophy, why AI clone, what's possible, some future, vision. Then it moved into the fundamentals, what actually an AI, a full AI clone means, what components you need. I was worried it to be too fluffy, like in the Tony Robbins AI Summit. And by the way, if you are curious about that, I'll put a link in the description. Check my review on AI Summit from Tony Robbins. But in this case, the mindset part is actually pretty short related to the whole day. It set up the idea that you are not just building a chatbot, right? You are building a system around your brain, your image, your voice, your video. So pretty short intro about mindset, pretty good. And then they jumped into the actual cloning, the brain cloning. One of my favorite parts, they bring in Molly Mahoney. I loved her. She talked about her approach using custom GPT, how she's using them as a brain clone, and she actually gave access to her custom GPT for people in the challenge. I started playing with it. I think it's pretty good. It's a nice example of how you can capture your tone, style, everything, your knowledge, without needing to be super technical. And then Anik showed other options, right? You can use cloud projects to create your own brain clone, how he organizes knowledge, how to structure the instruction, how you can dump everything into a cloud project, and then how you can create the thinking part of an AI clone. And of course, he demoed the Eugentic IQ. That's the tool he's building, his company is building. Ultimately, the one he's selling at a higher level. I appreciate that even here, it wasn't a very hard pitch. He's pretty transparent, not a technical guy. And the Eugentic IQ tool is meant to make it easier. But it's not cheap. It's not for everyone. More about it later. Then let's talk about next one, right? The image cloning. Anik brings in another expert, Jonathan Mast, who show how he's using Flux LoRa for creating images of yourself. I personally already use Flux for my own image cloning. I really like it. And my experience matches is exactly what he said. Flux LoRa gives you very good results, but it's not for the most user-friendly tool. It's a learning curve and it's a bit more technical. So for people who are not technical, I suggest, like Anik did, do something like Nano Banana, an easier alternative, much more user-friendly. The results are not as strong as Flux, in my opinion, but it's a good option if you're just starting and you don't want to dive into a very complex tool. But talking about that, if you want a step-by-step at how to use the Flux LoRa, check in the description Jonathan Montoya's AI Freedom course. That's how I started. That's how I learned Flux LoRa, and it's a very easy step-by-step description on how you can use Flux LoRa, and it's a much cheaper price. Now let's talk about the voice and the video. Of course, for voice, they talked about the 11 louds, which is kind of the standard at this point, pretty straightforward, sounds pretty good. And then for the video, there is HeyGen to create the talking avatars showing your face, and then using the voice from 11 louds. Nothing super fancy or experimental here, just showing the real stuff that they actually use, and I think that's very helpful. Instead of throwing 20 tools at you, they show you one clear path on how you can do it. So one thing that stood out for me from day one, we were about 5,000 people on the Zoom, and by the end of the day, he had a challenge for people to share their clone in the Facebook group. Some of the people had very good clones for after one day. So I'm pretty sure those are not people who just learned about the AI clone on that day, but they used the tools that he suggested, that they were able to spin up and get a clone in a couple of hours and share it with everyone. So in terms of the energy, the community, the momentum, and the information, I think day one definitely delivered on its promise. Right, you got a full overview of how to create a clone, and with real tools, real information. And if you ask me, the replies were very important because I cannot sit there for 6 hours straight. So it's a lot, but it's substantial. It wasn't much fluff on the day one. Now let's talk about day two. Another 5.5 hours, the recording only for the basic session. And not much breaks, very, very short, like a minute break to grab a coffee. And here is where the things moved in the day two from here are the tools to watch us actually build the clone step by step using those tools. And since Anik openly said that he's not technical, he brought one of his technical team members who ran the live demo. And most part of the day, or the first big chunk of starting with a normal photo, use the AI prompts. They provided that to generate images, then move from images to video clone to voice, right? They give you all the prompts for things to create the images, so you are not just, staring at an empty prompt box. That whole build was about probably 1.5 to 2 hours of the recording. And as someone who is technical, I like this part because it's not just theory and slides. They actually show you, and you can see every click, every menu, every step. You can pause the reply, follow along, and do it on your own screen. So for someone non-technical, I think it's very important also. One important point they were honest about, and I'm glad they mentioned it, is when it comes to training your clone, they cannot do that for you, training your brain clone, right? They give the structure, the prompts, the tools, but your clone needs your content, your stories, your expertise, right? That's only fair. Nobody can magically clone your brain without actually putting something in your brain. So after the demo, they had an AI panel with different people sharing how they are using their AI clones, how you can use it, answer questions, talk about those real world use cases. It was a nice breakthrough from the heavy technical demo, and it helps you give an idea, imagine how you may use your own clone in different way. And of course, at the end of day two, he introduced the sales pitch, right? You knew it coming. He introduced the AI Clone Accelerator. That's his high-ticket program where they work very closely with you. I'll cover that at the end of it, but now let's quickly go over the day three, because I think day two was a good segue into day three, which is another 5.5 hours. And the theme was, okay, you got your clone, now what? And it's all about using and scaling your clone. Again, he brought different people that were, of course, trying to show you how they use their clone or give you ideas, but also maybe sell some of their tools. But it gives you idea on practical use cases. A few of the highlights: how to use your clone to build an entire course, how to completely write your book, how to get free traffic from AI search engine, really interesting angle there, how to write webinars with your clone, how to create AI bots to talk to your leads, how to get your courses, uploaded live on course platform and to start selling. So day 3 was about not just my clone exists, but my clone is working for and is bringing me value and leads and money. I found this day pretty good, with a lot of good tips, strategies, and frameworks that you can use, even if you are not using their exact tools. At least the strategies and ideas were amazing. So now let's talk about the AI Clone Accelerator a bit. Is the main thing he was selling behind all this challenge, right? And we all know. During the live, the offer was around $3,000 as a lifetime deal. From what I see now and what he mentioned, the price is around $95,000 per year. Big jump, but it's a very premium program, right? And the pitch is that they will basically handhold you through the entire process of creating your clone, and they'll coach you on how to use it to make money. Right? So you get full supports from them, unlimited office hours, daily masterminds, prompt libraries, whatever you need to create your clone, and then support on how to use your clone for your business, regardless of which industry and which niche your business is. You'll get that ongoing support from them. So basically, build a clone and put your clone to work in your business. And on top of that, you get the Agentic IQ Pro Access, which is their tool, which is another, I think, about $100 per month worth. So you get that as part of this package. One thing that's easy a bit to forget when you are listening to the pitch, even if you join the accelerator, so you pay $5,000, you still have to pay for the tools separately. So you'll need to pay for the HeyGen for videos, for the Level Live for the voice, for Nano Banana or Flux for the video, right? So whatever you need to build a clone, those are extra tools, typically between $25 to $100 per month. So you might easily be looking at another couple of $100 in tools cost every month on top of those 5,000 program. Important to keep that in mind. Although if you have $5,000, I get a couple of hundred. It's not that much. So is AI Clone Accelerator worth it? Well, I guess it depends on who you are. I think it's worth it if you're a total beginner, you have plenty of money but not much time, and you already have a clear way to monetize your clone. For example, you're a coach, you have clients, you have courses that sell, you have an offer that works, and the clone is just leverage. In that situation, having a team literally hold you to building and using it definitely will get you results faster. But I do not think it's for people who do not have a clear path on how to make money with a clone, people who don't have $5,000 to comfortably invest on that, or people who are at least a bit technical and willing to learn and do it themselves. So if you are someone who has more time than money, or reasonably comfortable with tech, you can absolutely take the tools, the strategies from this challenge and build a very solid clone yourself for the cost and the tools of the subscription. That's what I'm planning to do. So there is value in Accelerator in my view, but if you can afford it and you are ready to implement it fast. For beginners, for people a bit more technical, I think $5,000 is too expensive for what you actually need. So overall, my score, I'll give Make My Clone Challenge maybe a 9 out of 10. On what they promise, I think they delivered. They show you how to create a clone. They demo the whole thing step by step. They gave a lot of information on how to use the clone. The only downside, it was long. So it was over 6 hours every day, plus the extra VIP sessions. So if you don't have that kind of time, it can be a bit overwhelming to go even through the recording. So long story short, if you don't have 20 hours to watch everything, hopefully this review gives you a clear picture of what a challenge covered and how the clone is built. And I'll put in the description a list of the main tools that I mentioned here, and also a link to the program that I personally like, the Jonathan Montoya's course. That's how I actually started creating my own clone with his course before this challenge, and this whole make my clone experience just reinforced a lot of what I learned in there. So Montoya's program is much cheaper, shorter, user-friendly, and gives you a clear step-by-step path using a similar tool. So that's a more affordable, practical place to start, and if you are willing to test things for yourself. So definitely check it out in the description. And if you found this helpful, please hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you are interested in the Anik's high-ticket hand-holding, or if you are more of a DIY but kind of person. I'm also planning to share some free sessions and videos on where I'll walk you through how I created my AI clone, what I learned from this challenge and from Jonathan Montoya's course. So if you want that, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification. And thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next video.